Hi, just before I start this video, I thought I'd just give you a little heads up. I'm going to ramble on for well over 13 minutes at the beginning of the video, just to talk a bit about Perfect Blue, the backstory of it, when we got released in the UK on Blu-ray, and the first ever country that was the first country to release it in cinemas or in theatres, which wasn't Japan, funny enough. And a little bit on the director of Requiem of a Dream, about how he was inspired by this film and used certain scenes for his. Yeah, if you want to watch all that, watch the video from beginning to end. If not, please skip to this timestamp in the bottom right. Thank you very much. Hey everyone, The Flying Haluja here, and today we have an unexpected unboxing. I'm really happy to be unboxing it because it is my 11th Ultimate Edition unboxing. Now, the 10th one that I did was, the most recent Ultimate Edition unboxing was Fullmetal Alchemist Ultimate Edition, which is possibly my rarest anime of all time that I have in my collection, and most expensive as well, even beating Neon Genesis Ultimate Edition. But yeah, all the anime are doing an Easter sale, and it sucks really. They had two Ultimate Editions. One of them I already had, which was Be the Beginning, which they're selling for like £99, but they put it down to $69.99. It's only £20 less, and people really don't care about the actual anime itself, due to the fact that Production IG did animate it, but it's on Netflix. It has like 12 episodes. No one really hyped it up. No one really talked about it. Yeah. It was just, yeah, not really people really care too much about it. I think it got like a 6.8 something rating on my anime list. But as it was a, Production IG, and all the anime, so CX was selling it for like £55. I used a voucher, so I think I only paid like 49 something for it. So I got it for like less than 50 quid. That was a Be the Beginning. They were selling that, but I didn't need it, as I already had it. And they were also selling Perfect Blue Ultimate Edition. Now, I was like, hold on a minute. Perfect Blue Ultimate Edition's been out of print for a long time. Why they suddenly got it back? So they're lying. They said, once we have stock and it appears out of stock, we don't get stock back. That's what they said. They said once it appears out of print, that's it. You're going to have to get it elsewhere. But, yeah, Perfect Blue is out of print. It's out of stock, and for some reason they brought it back on their website. They must have had a few copies left, because it said promotion, but when you actually type Perfect Blue into all the anime's website, it comes up low stock. So I knew it was low stock. So out of all of them, they had like buy one get one free. They had a few Gundam titles, which I've never been a fan of 70s looking ass robots, to be honest. It's just never really a thing that I like. I like new mechas, for these new animes, because they just look better than the old Transformers ass looking ass cartoons. Back in the day, I used to love that, watching it on like VHS videotape. And now I look back on it and go, nah, that is proper outdated. Not to mention that Gundam has so many different films, so many different series. If you're going to buy the whole Gundam, I think you're looking around $2 to $3 grand to get the whole entire collection. I mean, good luck with that. But I'm not a fan of Gundam. I will never get the Gundam Seed Ultimate Edition that all the anime were selling. I think they're still selling it now because it's still too expensive. It's like 100 something, and literally no one wants to pay that. But yeah, I got this for $69.99 on all the anime's website. What I have, I tell you, like my previous Perfect Blue I've had. The first ever one I bought was a standard Blu-ray. Then I bought the collector's edition. And then when I found out that the Perfect Blue Ultimate Edition had a new Blu-ray remaster, I was like, alright then, so what about the previous Blu-rays? So let me go through that with you now. So, all the anime released Perfect Blue back in 2013 on Blu-ray. Now, I think Manga UK probably released it on DVD or whatever. But I don't know for sure. They probably did. Along with Millennium Actress. Yeah, I think they did. Millennium Actress, Perfect Blue, like combo, whatever. But apparently, outside of Japan, the first ever like country to release on Blu-ray outside of Japan was England. So all the anime, well, the United Kingdom, not England. I think all the anime's in Scotland or some shit. I know that flipping MVM Entertainment's in Scotland, but all the anime's in like Scotland as well, I think. But yeah, all the anime released in 2013, and apparently their release was better than the Japanese. So the original Japanese Blu-ray release, released God knows when, apparently was very bad. The remaster was very bad, and so all the anime released it in 2013. So if you wanted to watch it on Blu-ray in English, you'd have to get the 2013 version from all the anime. So if you're in America, you had to get it shipped over. And then people were like, oh, I really want to see the film, but I don't want to stream it. I want it in my collection. Anywhere I can get it. And then all the anime didn't really say much about it until 2 years later, in 2015, when they released a standard Blu-ray of it. So the standard Blu-ray of Perfect Blue was released in the UK in 2015. Now, I'm pretty sure it just copied the 2013's Blu-ray, because apparently all the anime only has two different versions, a 2013 and a 2019. So in 2015, they released a standard Blu-ray. And in 2016, I looked on a few websites, apparently like a really old Zavi, like, unavailable, like, link or whatever, said the Steelbook was released in 2016 in the UK. Now, we're getting on to the new release. The new release was released in 2019. For the first time ever in America, Shout Factory and G-Kids released separate releases, but with the same Blu-ray. And all the anime, I think what they did is they used the same remaster that the American version had, except they sort of enhanced the sharpness of it. So they did like a comparison video on all the anime's website. Just type down Perfect Blue, all the anime, and, you know, just there's a playlist or whatever, and just, I think there's like 4 or 5 videos. It was a very bad video. Instead of showing them side by side, they showed literally a scene, and they just sliced it in half. So you imagine, you know, like Cardcaptor Sakura, they are like a 4K scan of Cardcaptor Sakura, and which is going to be released in the UK. Should have been released like in March, but now it's delayed till May. But they showed like Sakura was standing on top of a building, and they split her in half. So the right side of the screen is like darker, you know, the previous Blu-ray, and then the left side is like the 4K scan. And I'm like, okay, but the left side is literally half her coat, and the right side is her wand. So I'm not even going to see the wand remastered in 4K scan. Not 4K Ultra HD, because it's a 70 episode series, and that would take a century to get on 4K. Not like there's any much TV series that 4K anyway. But yeah, they showed like half the screen. I'm like, why can't you show one screen of Sakura standing on a building from the like whatever Blu-ray release on the left, and then the 4K scan on the right? No, they do literally half the screen, so it's so stupid. So there's a scene with like Mima, I think her name is, if I can remember. I watched this like 2 years ago. Mima, there's a scene where you see her face up close, and you see left side of her cheek is dark and the right side sort of brighter. And I'm like, yeah, but I would have just preferred you showed the left side, the 2013, and then another right side, the 2019. But they didn't do that. It looks stupid. I want side-by-side comparison. No, I've just got half of the same flipping video. It's very stupid the way they did it. But there was like a lot of hate comments, I think, from the United States, saying stuff like, oh, this new UK version is the same as our version. It's really bad, you know. I mean, I like the grain in it, and they've just enhanced the brightness so it doesn't look as good. And then you had one person that was just continuously commenting all like these different like comments, replying, saying, it's rubbish. And then someone went, well, send me the link then to what's supposed so bad about it. And the person never sent a link. So this stupid person with like some cat profile picture, whatever, was like just hating on it, going, no, shit release, don't want it. I think the reason they didn't buy it is they're probably from the UK and they didn't like the price tag that it was given, so they're just going to say it's crap because they couldn't afford it. I think that's the reason behind it. because they're probably English and they don't want to get it imported from America. And they probably want a UK version, but it's just too much for them to pay, so they're just going to shit on it and say it was a bad release. But a lot of people actually liked it. When I watched the 2000... I watched the standard Blu-ray, and then I watched the 2013 version like a year afterwards. No, what am I talking about? I watched the collector's edition. No, I'm confusing myself. So I bought the standard edition Blu-ray in 2019. I thought it was like a 2019 release. Turns out that it just went out of stock. And then he just started restocking them in 2019. So I was like, okay, for the first time ever in the UK, Perfect Blue gets a Blu-ray release. Nah, I was completely wrong. We got a Blu-ray release back in 2013. And I was like, why is people saying it's 2019? And I think they're referring to the Ultimate Edition and the American Standard Blu-ray and Steelbook Edition for theirs. But apparently, yeah, this Ultimate Edition I'm going to unbox is exactly the same as the Shout Factory and the G-Kids version. So, a little bit more backstory of Perfect Blue. Believe it or not, it was released in 1997. Not in Japan, but in Canada. That's right, in Canada, ladies and gentlemen. It was released in Canada. Like, I would have thought that Japan would have, like, released it in theatres before anyone else. No, apparently Canada did. So, yeah, it's very strange, isn't it? It's sort of like how Venom, There Will Be Carnage was released in London before America. And the director, who's like the voice of Gollum, and Tom Hardy were both standing outside like the London theatre, like welcoming people in or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know. I could go to London and watched it, but really I'm not going to pay too much money to watch it in London, you know? They're enhanced prices. But yeah, 1997 in Canada, 1998 in Japan. I'm not sure when it was dubbed. I'm pretty sure it was dubbed in the 2000s era. Because when it was aired in Canada, I'm pretty sure it was in Japan, you know, Japanese with subtitles. But yeah, then there was a guy who made a film called Requiem of a Dream. I can't remember his name. He's got a weird name. But apparently he bought like the English licensing rights or something to the film, so that he could actually make Requiem of a Dream and copy scenes from Perfect Blue without getting like copyrighted or whatever. There's a scene where she puts her head under the water in the bath and screams. Requiem of a Dream has that exact same thing. There's also Black Swan, apparently. I've already done, if you look at my like previous unboxing I did before, well, unboxing is more like a review. I called it a reviewing Satoshi Kon's legacy, where I voted his top 5, you know, top 5 works he did, and I put Perfect Blue at number 2. But I did like side-by-side comparisons of like films from America and then showing side-by-side with Perfect Blue. There's a scene where I think she's a ballerina or something in Black Swan, where she goes up to the stage and she puts her hands out, and Mima does the exact same thing. So they put it side by side, and then they put the bath scenes side by side, and I'm like, yeah, apparently Black Swan, they said no, it was just a coincidence, but I think it might have been, I'm not sure. But definitely Requiem of a Dream definitely got the scene from Perfect Blue. As why would the guy who, you know, directed or produced or whatever Requiem of a Dream bought the rights to the Perfect Blue in America to actually flipping copy a scene from flipping Perfect Blue? It doesn't make sense. But yeah, I think he said something like, no, I didn't copy it, but it's pretty obvious that you did, seeing as you bought the rights to the film just so you could copy it or whatever. But I can't remember his name, but yeah, he bought the rights to it back then. So enough backstory about Perfect Blue. 1996 they must have animated it, and then 1997 it was released in Canada, 98 in Japan, probably like 2001 or something in the UK, I don't know. But let's get round to unboxing it, shall we? Okay, so as I bought this from all the anime, it came in the cardboard box, and boom, just like Neon Genesis Evangelion, it comes with these, you know, just to stop bumps. So there better not be no bumps, because I'm gonna be pissed. So yeah, take it off like that, easy peasy. So I also didn't mention that. Should you put it here a bit? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I also didn't mention that the collector's edition. Would that make any difference? The collector's edition I sold. I had it on eBay listed for like £61, and then someone listed it for like 40 quid. And I was like, their one was brand new, my one's like pre-owned. I was like, even if I try and match their price, they're still going to buy the brand new over mine. So I just kept at the same price, and I had like 3 watchers. And then as soon as that guy listed his, I had 1 watcher. So I was like, screw it, no one's going to buy it from me. You know, whatever, I don't care. So I went to CEX, and early in the morning on my way to work, I put the chipboard, collector's edition in my pocket. And I went round a corner and it sort of flew out of my pocket. And the top right corner sort of chipped on the chipboard art box. So I was like, oh, CX don't give a shit. I've done that before with the Escaflowne collector's edition I did on my channel. And it was raining and I actually dropped it on the floor and the top right was sort of wet and bumped. CX didn't give a shit. They just took it in anyway. But what happened was, as they never even give a crap about collector's editions, I took this out of the collector's edition of Perfect Blue, and then I just handed them the chipboard box with the Blu-rays and the digipack, and they just took it in. And the guy was looking at it and went, oh, titties. Because as you take off the discs, Mima's full frontal flipping breasts are on the underside of the disc, so that's it. They didn't really say much about it, and yeah, I got to keep these art cards from the collector's edition release. I think the same art cards are included in the Steelbook release too. So let me just take this out of the box and let's start unboxing it. Okay, we're going to start off with the front. This is the front. You can't touch this. Then you have... I'm going to start showing separate shots now of the actual box. That's what it looks like from the top. Love to see the Ultimate Edition listed there, so you know it's an Ultimate Edition. The bottom, listing that Satoshi Kon's the director and Madhouse animated it. Don't know so much about Constone. Maybe they're the flipping licensor or some shit. I don't know. 1997, as it was released in Canada. And yeah. Now, as for the actual contents of the Blu-ray, there are slight differences, as this is, as it tells you right there, remastered film on Blu-ray. So unlike the 2013, it's slightly better. It has the original SD version of the main feature. I'm not sure if the 2013 version had that. Then the other thing is the 2013 version had interviews. And they had interviews, and they didn't have the Satoshi Kon lectures though. That's not included in the Blu-ray standard or the collector's edition or the Steelbook. So I think that's exclusive to this Perfect edition. This Ultimate edition. Of course, you get the soundtrack with it, which is very eerie. Listen at your own suspense. But Japanese original mono, I'm not going to watch it in that. I'm going to watch in Japanese 5.1. I've seen it in English twice, so I'm going to watch it in Japanese this time around. Good old DTS HD Master Audio. Contains strong violence, nudity, and language. Here's some screenshots from the film. And yeah, let's open it up. So as I do with all my unboxings now, I took the cellophane. So the cellophane you can see is still attached to that side and that side. All you really need to do is take this part off so it keeps the art box clean. Right, and I'm going to take it out. Okay, so first of all we're going to start with... What is this called? This is called the 48-page companion book. Okay, you got sketches from the show. The artboard. That's the front cover of the steelbook. That's the front cover of... Now that's the inside of the digipack, I think. No, it's the back of the digipack, that one is. And this one is sort of new, I suppose. It's not like the art cards which you see there. They're different. But everything's in Japanese because... we'll get onto that in a minute. There's a reason it's in Japanese, but we'll find that out soon. The rest of it's translated in English, thank goodness. Yeah, a bit of nips right there. I think that's the front, that's what's on the menu screen, I think. Or like the fish tank. You can buy this, I think these two books for like £50 on a, like 50? I think it's like $59.99 on All the Anime's website. You can literally just buy the book on its own. You won't get the Blu-rays or the CD, but you can buy the book on its own if you literally just want that. These sketches of the rape scene. Yeah, watch with caution. This is not a children's anime. Sketches from the show. Very much a sketchbook of all the different artworks. Yep. I think there's a bit of information on the towards the end. I don't think America got any. I think they had like this as well, but they didn't have it. They just had it separately. They didn't actually have the Blu-ray with it. It just came with the book or whatever. I think that's the front cover of the collector's edition. Her looking through the fish tank. She looks like an older woman there, where she's actually quite a young adult. Oh, shit. I don't remember that scene. Because they make her look so much older. She looks like she's 40 odd there. She really doesn't look that old in the anime. She looks like that, the entire anime. More sketches. More artwork, I meant. A whole shot of all of them. Even him. Even he's there. With his bloody knife. Just imagine seeing a guy like that now stalking you. That's pretty mad. He does that when he's watching her on stage, and he puts his hand like as if to be holding her up. But that's the bath scene. Okay, yeah. I don't think YouTube will take it down, really. If they do, shit, I'm going to have to re-upload it. But, remember that scene. Yeah. And that's that. So they left the nudity right for the very last page. But, yeah. The companion art book. Let's get on to the actual meat of this. Meat and potatoes. Let's do this. God, is this how they do it in Japan? I mean, look, do you have to read it from back to front or something? That's weird. Like, you have to read it from back to front, look. It's like, that's on the back. And that's the front. Weird, isn't it? Okay. It's like a manga, isn't it? And so... Forgive me as I'm going to have to put my foot there. But, this is... What's that? That's the Blu-ray, that's the movie. That's the film on Blu-ray. See, look, it goes from back to front. I only thought mangas did that, but okay. I'm not going to go through every single page, because there's like How many pages does it say it has? 384 pages. I wonder if that's more than a Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist hardback is massive. The actual book flipping hardback book you get is massive. This kind of reminds me of old Neon Genesis book because it's all blue. Whereas the Neon Genesis book is also blue, which is smaller than this, but still got a hell of a lot of pages. Sketches from the show. Yeah, I'm just going to skip a hell of a lot of pages because there are a hell of a lot of scenes. Yeah, loads and loads and loads. Yeah, I'm skipping like flipping 18 pages. You can look through yourself if you ever manage to get this. It's like cheapest you can get it's like 135 on eBay. So someone was like bidding the other day. It started at 50 quid and ended at £74, and I got this brand new and sealed for £69.99. Then again, I didn't really pay £69.99. I did, but then I sold my collector's edition to CX for like 15 quid. And if I was to sell it on eBay, they'd want the art cards, wouldn't they? But thankfully, they didn't ask for the art cards because they didn't even know they're included. Yeah, it's £69.99, take away £15, really. So I got £15 back from just selling the collector's edition. Which the collector's edition is really rare. It's gone on CX for like 38 quid or whatever. And the steelbook's less than the collector's edition. But I'd still advise you, if you really want the picture quality, just go with the Ultimate Edition. As it's supposed to be updated and remastered, apart from the Blu-ray, which was, I think, SD or some shit, I don't know. God damn, there are a lot of sketches from the show, look at that. Can we actually, Jesus Christ, it goes on forever and ever and ever. Come on, damn it. Keep going, come on. You get there in the end, come on. I'm skipping like loads of pages as well. It still goes, still going on. Okay, yeah. Yes, it just literally appears to be the pin sketches from the show. Storyboard collection. Yes, expecting more than that, to be honest, but if that's literally what it is. It's a big, massive book too. Yeah, storyboard collection. 2, 4, 96. Yeah. Not really too interested in this. Really nice. But, yeah, I won't be reading that anytime soon. I mean, you're not even reading it. You're just looking at how they brought it to life, really. There's a soundtrack CD. People thought she was being hung. Not hung, sorry. I was saying people thought that there was like some rope around her wrists, you know, keeping her up. That's what loads of people thought. I thought that to begin with, that, you know, someone's tied her hands to like some wooden pole or some shit and held her up to, you know, violate her. But no, it's just her ready to plunge a knife into this guy. So, yeah, very misleading. But yeah, that is it. You get the chipboard book, you get this book with it, and did I ever show it in the collector's edition? In case I didn't, this is not part of the Ultimate Edition, just know that. But you know, like I did with, what's the other one I did? Millennium Actress. Millennium Actress never came with a booklet. I think it's art cards and a poster. So I just took the booklet. Wait, didn't it? What am I talking about? Something. No, I'm talking about the Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, the Ghost in the Shell never had a booklet with it. It was, art cards and a poster, yeah. And I took the booklet from the steelbook and I just put it in the new steelbook Ultra 4K Ultra HD edition. So if you look at that unboxing I did of the 4K steelbook, it has a booklet with it, as I took it from the Blu-ray steelbook and put it in the 4K Ultra HD steelbook. These art cards are real nice though. The material, it's not like real hard cardboard. This is like proper cardboard. This is really good. Shame it isn't included with this Ultimate Edition, but then again, it's only exclusive to the steelbook and collector's edition, and not the Ultimate Edition. And yeah. So, I have sold my standard Blu-ray to get the collector's edition. I sold the collector's edition because I already bought the Ultimate Edition. Part of all the anime's Easter sale, what happened was they had like buy one get one free, but for a bunch of standard Blu-rays. So they had part 1 Demon Slayer, like first 12 episodes or something, and then part 2 had like 14 to 26. And then they had like a bunch of Gundams, which I'm never going to buy a Gundam. I'm not interested in Gundam in the slightest. Just like recommending me Naruto or One Piece, I'm never going to watch it. But then they had like really good deal. I recommend you get, if you're watching this video, it ends on the 18th. No, the 19th it ends. But they don't usually stick to their dates because they said Jujutsu Kaisen would end on like 8th of March. Pre-orders would. So 8th of May, I meant. With the pre-orders were supposed to stop on the 8th of April, and they're still going now. So to get it like £45 pre-order, it's now flipping £45 pre-order 3 days after it's supposed to go up to full price. So you can still get it for like 45 quid, which I think still expensive. Should have been like $34.99 like their previous pre-orders for parts, but they put it up, don't know why. But they had like Love Live or something, £15 for the movie. Something you should really get is the Future Diary. £25 for the collector's edition of the Future Diary. Now, I remember the Kaze releases going for like £50 for the entire series, not even including the OVA. And then they had like part 1 and part 2, which were going like 30 quid each. But then all the anime released it in 5.1 surround sound with like a nice like mini landscape poster. I think a booklet with it. Way better than the Kaze release, and the Kaze release is still going for more. It's mad. But yeah, if I recommend getting Future Diary Collector's Edition on all the anime's sale, as it's going for 25 quid, and that's a brilliant price. So yeah, ends on the 19th. Get your hands on the Future Diary or Mirai Nikki or something. I can't remember what Future Diary is in Japanese. Mirai Nikki or something. But they also had like other stuff. They had the collector's edition of Violet Evergarden, which I already have, for 35 quid, but it's sold out. It was the first thing to sell out. They still have an Auto Memory Doll movie, which I think the UK is better than literally any other country, as it's a chipboard art box with a bunch of stuff. The Germany's one is like sort of a flimsy cardboard one instead of like a chipboard like we got. And they had like other stuff as well. The Lupin the Third, a woman called something or other. I think that was like 25 quid. And Lupin the First or something was like 15 quid. I remember watching the old 70 Castle Cagliostro, and I enjoyed it, but not enough to like completely watch series of it and all that. But it's no longer a classic if they're just bringing out flipping modernised versions of it. But yeah, I'm not going to leave a link in the description because after the 19th it's just worthless. But go on All the Anime's website right now from the 11th up until the 19th is how long the sale lasts for. And yeah, the standard Blu-rays is buy one get one free. They're not doing collector's editions, which is unfortunate, as they did back in the Christmas sale and Easter sale last year. But still think the Easter sale was better than this year by miles. So Be the Beginning and Perfect Blue Ultimate Edition were both on their website. But as I said, the Perfect Blue Ultimate Edition had low stock. I bought one, a few other people bought it, and it's now out of stock. So yet again, the Perfect Blue Ultimate Edition is out of stock. Sort of like how they brought Claymore Collector's Edition back, and that went out of stock within like flipping 5 minutes. But yeah, Violet Evergarden Collector's Edition is also out of stock. And they have mystery boxes which basically give you 5 standard Blu-rays. I'm not interested in, to be honest. I like Collector's Edition, but yeah, I hope to see you all in the next unboxing, which is more than likely going to be Lock Horizon Season 3. I bought it twice now and it never came with a sleeve, so I'm going to get it from Amazon. If it doesn't come with a sleeve, I'll send it back. If it doesn't come with a sleeve, the next time I'll just try and keep it, for instance. You know, I can't be bothered to keep going on and on. But, yeah. And the 28th of April, hopefully Blood's the Ultimate Edition will come, as it's been delayed like not once but like twice. So Blood's the Ultimate Edition will be my 12th Ultimate Edition. And yeah, Cardcaptor Sakura in May. And yeah, I hope to see you all very soon in the next unboxing, which will presumably be Lock Horizon Season 3. Hope to see you all very soon. The Flying Lucha. Bye-bye.